Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about some design myths, specifically three of them. I was watching a video yesterday and that what's popped in my brain, so I was like, you know what, let's talk about it. So, in the design myth, the one that you have the most often is the people don't scroll. The reality is when the web started, yes, people didn't scroll. People didn't understand that they could use and see content that was underneath the head of the website. But nowadays, if you put whatever devices in the hand of a toddler, they intuitively scroll and try to see if there is something else on the page. That myth of people don't scroll has been disproven since 2010 at least, and I hope if you have a manager or a client that tell you to cram the content at the top of the website of the app because people don't scroll, you can have a bit of a reference. That's not the case anymore. The second one being the accessibility websites are ugly, and that is not entirely true. Some of them are. They are not closely following the current design trends because most of them are not accessible. However, you can create accessibility in some things, like some of the UI kits that I made in the past, like retromorphism, which has some sort of a really bold and rounded visual accessibility in mind. So this could be a huge benefit for you to take a look at some different styles rather than following the trends that are the current design styles. And that way you will not break your design, but have something that is accessible and nice to look at. And then the third one is the one that just broke my brain yesterday. Someone was talking about absolutely needing to have a grid when you're trying to build a layout. And as a designer who has been designing for 17 years, I haven't used a grid once in 17 years. I think I used the principle of columns and gutters here and there, but I haven't used a full 8 column grids or 12 column grids for an entire website. The reality is, if you base your content into a max width for your website, you should be good. And you do not need an 8 column to follow things. One of the most infuriating things for me have been the fact that people are praising grids in a general term and then not following said grid when they are building a website. And so things like this are basically breaking my brain. I didn't want to use that as an example, but it's the only one that I can think of right now. You have this beautifully designed dashboard, which is based on a grid, but when you apply the grid, you can see how the elements that were supposed to be aligned with the grids are not at all. And what is the point of having a grid system if you're not going to follow it? It just makes no sense to me. The design itself works perfectly. There is nothing wrong with it, but don't praise the grid if you're not going to use it properly. Anyways, that's about it. I hope that sparks a discussion in the comment down below. If you have other design myths that you want to disprove or talk about, please share them underneath. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.